what does everyone in the country think about Alabama? Now, I'm not talking about the football team. I'm talking about the state of Alabama. So in today's video, we're going to find out what are the stereotypes of Alabama, the Heart of Dixie. To know the stereotypes of Alabama, you got to live in Alabama. Now, me being a half Asian, half white guy, I kind of get some crazy stereotypes about Alabama. But there are some underlying Alabama stereotypes that are consistent throughout the nation. Now, I got to give you a huge warning. You may get triggered on some of these posts. And if you get triggered, then you probably get your feelings hurt a little. So in Alabama, we don't get our feelings hurt that easy, so we can take a lot of these comments and just shrug them right off and have a big old smile afterwards. To kind of give you an insight on how I came about these stereotypes of Alabama, I did a little video a little while back. It was called This Is My Voice Challenge. Now, you can go on my YouTube page and you can see that video that I posted, and you can see my spin on that challenge. In that video, I kind of give a backwards perspective on coming from China to Alabama and how your voice changes. As I said, I live in Alabama, born and raised in Alabama. As you can tell, my voice is Alabamian. I really did it as a funny video because it was a trend and everybody else was doing this video, and I really didn't think it would blow up. But it got 1 million views on Facebook. There's over 600,000 on YouTube right now, and hundreds of thousands across different people that shared it and different people that reposted it on Instagram and yada yada. Kind of blew up, which makes me laugh because it's a funny video, and I'm glad that other people are getting a little bit of a comedic release from it as well. But there's one place that got a lot of comments that really hunkered down on the stereotypes of Alabama, and that's YouTube. So what we're going to do in this video is figure out what the stereotypes of Alabama are from YouTube, from the This Is My Voice Challenge Alabama video. So I've got my trusty iPad going to my YouTube page, and we're going to go down to This Is My Voice Challenge video, and we're going to look at some of the comments. I'm screen recording this thing from my iPad, so some of the videos on the right are not my videos, but we're going to be looking directly at the comments that I stop on. So we're going to scroll down to the comments and kind of read kind of the top comments from there. So the first comment is this, and this is the one with the most likes on it so far. And some of these won't have the most likes on it, but this is a stereotype of Alabama that I've heard all of my life. So this guy says 3 years in Alabama, because in this video, if you'll watch it, I do like 1 day in Alabama, 1 week in Alabama, 1 month in Alabama, and 1 year in Alabama. So this guy says 3 years in Alabama, come here, sis, violent moaning. Okay, sorry, this is not a video for kids, but we'll kind of go to some more, and look at the next one coming up. She broke up, at least we're still brother and sister. All right. Now this is a good one. This is from a guy about 3 months ago when this video was posted. It says, as someone that's Mexican and lives in Alabama, I can assure that's how everyone I've met talks exactly like that. So apparently I hit it right on the nail from what this guy says. Here's another stereotype of an Alabamian. This is from a guy 3 months ago. He says, this is almost accurate, but Alabamians can't afford suits or ties. So currently we have 2 stereotypes of Alabama. 1, we date our family members. Number 2, we're poor. So that's 2 Alabama stereotypes for you right there from my YouTube page. Another stereotype of Alabama is that everyone loves to make fun of Alabama. This guy says, making fun of Alabama is my love, my passion, and my hobby. Sir, you need another hobby. With the Alabama stereotypes, you also get some Asian jokes in there, and some of them may be a little bit harsh. This is where I talk about the triggering part. But if you get triggered, your feelings get hurt a little bit too easy. This guy says, I thought you died in Vietnam, Bubba. I don't really know where he was going with that. This guy actually gets it. He gets it because all the jokes are about Alabama stereotypes, us dating our cousin. So he says, finally an Alabama joke that doesn't have incest as the punchline. Thank you, sir, for seeing that. Now, another stereotype, I really don't understand where this one comes from, but apparently we like to eat as Alabamians, and we like to eat a certain type of food. As this guy would say, as an Alabamian, you had one big flaw with this. No biscuits. No biscuits? Really? No biscuits? Is Alabama like known for eating biscuits now? All right, this guy apparently does not live in Alabama. He thinks he lives in Alabama, but he says, bruh, I'm Korean, and I live in Alabama. They do not talk or sound anything like that. Bruh, you're wrong. We do sound like that. Thank you to this next guy kind of debunking the first stereotype of Alabama. I live in Winfield, Alabama. What up, Winfield? This is so accurate. Well, besides the family sex comments. Correct. There you are. Then you have some people that like to just write stories. So we have this guy. He says, I'm half Asian, something like that, and from the South. Everyone's just your average white person down here. I've seen a few Asian people. And the mom of one of my classmates was, I think, Scottish or British. I don't know where he's going. There aren't many people who aren't American here. The culture and races aren't diverse at all. Everyone's Christian and whiter than a piece of paper. Thank you, sir, for your story. Another story time from a YouTuber. Bro, this is super stereotypical. Duh. I actually live in Alabama, and I can confirm that most of it is just city. Bruh. Where do you live in Alabama? And most people don't have accents. Bro, you don't live in Alabama. And we don't like our siblings. That's true. That's true. We don't have sex. I have sex. I'm married. I have sex. This is not funny. You are not funny. Another one with the stereotypical Alabama incest joke. Should have been dating his sister at the end. I mean, that's like the number one, literally. When I was going down the list of like number one, that is number one what people think about Alabama, is that we just date our cousins and that everyone that's related to us, we have sex with. You know, sometimes we have some political posts in the comments. So here's one. I'm Hispanic. And regardless of race, even though I told you what ethnic background I had, I'd never make fun of any others. Now that we have Biden as president, we can all kick the narratives down a notch. What? But we do get some guys that really like this video. Why can't I like this video twice? Why can't I like your comment twice? Another stereotype of Alabama is, in Alabama, your favorite song is Sweet Home Alabama. As this guy comments, Sweet Home Alabama. Now, if I had the rights to that song, I'd probably play it, but go on YouTube and search Sweet Home Alabama. Sweet Home Alabama. Okay, I'm not going to sing. And we have another Asian joke. Still can't open his eyes, though. Really? Really? Is that all you got? Back on the poor stereotypes of Alabama, this guy, same phone case for a year, huh? I didn't know you're supposed to change those like throughout the year. So apparently we can't afford suits or ties or new phone cases. Another stereotype of Alabama, which this is true, is the word roll tide and how we use the word roll tide in our language. So this guy has never been to Alabama, or maybe is not a football fan of Alabama Crimson Tide, because he says, does roll tide mean anyway? Sorry, I don't cuss. So let me break this down for you. Roll tide can be used in any context. When you're greeting people, hey, what's up, roll tide? When you see someone wearing anything from Alabama, hey, roll tide. When you see a hot girl, ooh, roll tide. Any sort of those are totally okay in Alabama, and many more that we're not going to get into. But try it out sometime. Just say roll tide the next time you pass somebody on the street. And we have another story for you. It's interesting how people learn accents. People learn their accent from friends, not their parents. This is backed up by studies. Personally, I sometimes sound Canadian, even though I'm Southern. It is probably because I watched a lot of Canadian shows when I was younger, but I think I watched Australian shows more. I barely had friends, so I guess I learned my accent from the TV. His accent probably wouldn't change that much, and almost everyone in China is taught English from a young age. Not gonna lie, this seems sort of racist. What's up with these people and these stories? Okay, well, I just got rocked by this one. Apparently, I did not see this comment any time in the past year when it was posted, but I just ran across it, and we're going to share it here on film. Is it bad that I used to actually think my bro is cute? I think that's effed up. I still think he's cute, though. But I don't want to date him because I already have a crush on Ben at my school. Ben, I don't know who this is, but run. Run away fast. Here's a couple back to back to the stereotypes. Fake, I didn't see any siblings kissing, but you don't have a sister or cousin to marry. Literally, that's all people think around the nation of Alabama, is that we marry our sisters and our cousins. And last but not least, you always have those ones that get really, really hurt. This is offensive, reported. Pretty much what we found out of what other people around the nation think about us as Alabamians is that we, number one, we marry or date our sisters and cousins. Number two, we all sound the same. We all sound like country hick rednecks, which is true. Number three, which is maybe number two, is that we're poor. We can't afford suits or ties or anything of that nature. So those are the top 3 stereotypes of Alabamians. If you want to add some more, add them in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe to this channel, like this page, share it with a friend. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Middle class man, just having a little fun with you today. You guys have a great day, and we'll check you next time.